We have been talking a lot about this notion that because of race and racism, the conditions are as they are in America, the alleged connection between racism and Jim Crow to today's conditions. Obama yesterday had a sort of a virtual town hall on reimagining policing, and he started out by talking about how America has obviously had a tortured past when it comes to racism and Jim Crow. But again, this guy acts as if this stuff is going on right now.
A long history of slavery and Jim Crow and redlining and institutionalized racism.
Okay, and yesterday I said, please tell me, give me something where this man has experienced any kind of racism, whether institutional, subliminal, subconscious, overt, covert, structural, foundational. Give it to me. Give it to me. And I'm looking at a book called The Black Bruins: The Remarkable Lives of UCLA's Jackie Robinson, Woody Strode, Tom Bradley, Kenny Washington, and Ray Bartlett. These were all UCLA Bruin football players or athletes at the same time. And the book talks about why these athletes chose UCLA. Quote, mainly, UCLA was trying to make its mark in athletics. Since its inception in 1919, the university had few athletic accomplishments. Just a few years earlier, UCLA was playing such schools as Pomona, Occidental, and Whittier colleges, whose teams were considered less than top-notch. Other schools, such as the University of Southern California, rejected African-American players. If the USC Trojans did recruit one, he often sat on the bench no matter how talented he was. So, all these players selected UCLA because they grew up in LA, they lived at home. They wanted to play for a hometown crowd, and the USC Trojans did not want them. Now, I mention this because one of the men who attended USC, about whom this book is written, Tom Bradley, became mayor of Los Angeles, was elected 4 times, ran for governor twice, barely lost. Now, did Obama ever experience anything like wanting to go to a school and not even applying because they wouldn't take him in because he's black? Arthur Ashe said that he was rejected from playing Junior Davis Cup in Virginia because of racism. He couldn't enroll. Arthur Ashe. What person taking a knee out there trashing and protesting has experienced anything like this? What's the evidence that if you're equally qualified, if you're black, you won't get the job? What's the evidence? What's the evidence that if you're equally qualified and you apply to a college or university versus another person who's a different color applying to that college or university, where's the evidence that the black person won't get in? Where's the evidence? If anything, it's easier. So please tell me what the impediment is today. Other than home environment. If you don't have somebody to tell you to go to bed at night in a timely manner and to make sure you've done your homework, you're in trouble. No matter what kind of school system it is. Why are we talking about that? Why are we talking about the huge gap between the amount of time a black kid spends studying versus the amount of time a white kid or an Asian kid spends studying? Why are we talking about that? Why are we talking about that inequality? Never has it been easier for a person, any color, to succeed than now and today here in America.